Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dilmer again and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, thank you very much for joining. I know a lot of you have been following me for a long time in social media, in YouTube, and Instagram. And today I want to talk about 5 mistakes that I actually made as an indie game developer and why I believe that these mistakes are, one of the reasons why I think a lot of indie game developers fail really quick and actually give up. So the first one and one of the ones that I think is the most important one is actually making games that are way too complicated. Especially if if you haven't never made a game before and you're starting out, you want to make, a game similar to a game that you're playing on a console. There's a lot of things that you might not know, and there's a lot of things that I didn't know when I started to work on my first game. So make sure that you're making a game that it's within your skill level. I'm not saying don't make a game that it can actually help you in learning more, but at the same time make sure that you keep it to a level where you can actually go ahead and release the game. So try to keep those games within your skill level, maybe stretch it a little bit more, but don't go and try to create a AAA game by yourself, because a lot of indie game developers actually give up, and then they give up on their dreams, and you don't really want to regret that. So, and then the number 2 is actually not fixing and procrastinating on fixing a bug. So a lot of times throughout my career, I encounter a bug and I actually get down by not fixing a bug if it takes me too long. And what happened before to me is I actually started procrastinating, meaning that I was actually I didn't want to fix the bug, so I didn't want to work on the game. So if you find a bug, try to fix it before you move on to the next task. It's pretty easy to move to the next task, and then that bug that you had previously is going to actually be exponential, because you're building new functionality on top of the core functionality that is actually broken. So make sure that you don't do that and you don't procrastinate, and you actually move on once you get that bug fixed. And then the next thing, and one that I always mention in anything that I do, is make sure that you are persistent and consistency. So if you're consistent, we're gonna be able to keep creating, we're gonna be able to keep learning, you're gonna be able to enhance your skill set. Not only that, but you're gonna be able to finish your game. So make sure that you are as consistent as you can. And if you're working on your game and your game is gonna take you, 6 months, if you are consistent every day, you're gonna be encountering, and looking at some of the challenges that the game presents, instead of actually working on the game for a few weeks and then taking a break and coming back. It's really hard. And what happened to me is when I did that, it actually extended the timeline of my game. I wasn't as motivated because I haven't looked at the game. So make sure that you are as consistent as you can in basically anything that you do. And then the next one, and one that I also really always talk about, is you have to enjoy the journey. You have to enjoy everything that you're doing right now. Try not to think too much about if you're gonna do well, if you're gonna make money out of it. Make sure that you're enjoying the journey, and by enjoying the journey, make sure that you're making a game that that you love, a game that you love to play. Make sure that you're talking about your game in social media, sharing your game with your friends, and enjoying the process, because a lot of the things that I'm doing right now I didn't know before. And by going through the journey, by enjoying the journey, by being consistent, by having a routine, that is actually what's gonna keep you motivated on working on your game every single day. And then number 5, and one that I didn't do from when I started making games, was I didn't do any marketing. I thought I could make an indie game just like some of those famous indie game developers from the early days, that they just put the game in the store, and they were lucky because there wasn't a lot of indie game developers at the time. There wasn't a lot of games, so I didn't think it was marketing wasn't needed. And then when I launched the game and I saw that nobody actually downloaded the game, that was actually pretty hard on me. I went through through many phases of that, and I was asking, should I keep going? Should I keep making more games? Is this something that is actually reliable? Am I gonna be able to make a career out of it? So do marketing, and do marketing in a different way. No, don't do marketing to to make money. Do marketing for embracing your brand, embracing people into your brand, letting them know about what you're working on, providing value. So a lot of things that I do right now is I provide, so I'm talking about my experience, so I'm sharing content, I'm letting people know about the content. I'm teaching people on how to actually launch a game studio. So do that. Do things. If you're very good at creating shaders, you just talk about creating shaders. If you're really good at the creating the graphics, and then do that. If you're a good developer, then do that. But make sure that it's not just target marketing for for the purpose of making money. Make sure that your marketing is actually for providing value, for helping people. And then over time you're gonna see you're gonna see success. You're gonna see that people are gonna start talking to you about your brand. They're gonna see you a lot different than what they see you now, which is probably they don't know who you are. They don't know what your brand is, and this is a process that takes time. So be patient, enjoy the process, be consistent, and let's build the next great game. Let's build something that we love to play. And don't think about right now and overnight success. Think about the long term, because that's really what's going to keep you motivated. That's really what's going to make the difference when you start impacting a lot of people. So thank you very much, guys. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned, then let me know in social media. I'm in Twitter, I'm in YouTube, I'm in Instagram, in Facebook. So let me know, and don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, guys.